Good morning, children. In the previous lesson about atmosphere, we learned the topics, but today topic is weather and climate. Often we use this weather and climate with a similar meaning, but actually the two are different. What are the differences? First definition of weather: the condition of the atmosphere for a small period of time. The conditions of the atmosphere for a small period of time, if we are explaining, then that is weather. Usually about 10 days. Usually about 10 days. And this can change daily, even within a day, within hour also. There is change in weather. Sometimes we see that there is a cloudy climate. Immediately there is hot climate, hotness. We can see that. So this is the changes of weather. So day wise and within the day there is changes, we can see that. So within small period of time, what is the condition of the atmosphere? That is explained by using the term weather. Next, what is climate? The average atmospheric condition for areas over a long period of time. So it's average atmospheric conditions. So by find out the weather conditions of an area for almost 30 years. Okay, so for that only we can write here a long period of time. Okay, so it is indicated the small period of time. It indicates the long period of time. It's usually about 10 days. It's usually about 30 years. And it's within a day conditions. And even daily there is changes. But what about here? Tells us conditions for a given time of year. So year wise, but not on specific days. Day wise conditions are not explained in climate. Only year wise. Okay. And what is the atmospheric conditions? And to use to describe the weather and condition, that are called elements. What are the elements? Mainly the elements of weather and climate. These elements are common for both weather and climate. First one is temperature, second one is pressure, third one is wind, fourth is humidity, and the fifth one is precipitation. What is temperature? You know that relative state of heat or coldness. So it indicates both heat and coldness. Heat means high temperature. If the temperature is high, it indicates hotness. If the temperature is low, it indicates coldness. That's the temperature. Generally temperature expressed in Celsius degrees. Celsius degrees. Next. Second one is pressure, the weight of vertical column of air over an area is pressure. Next, wind, horizontal movement of air. Horizontal movement of air is called wind. Next, fourth one is humidity, the amount of water vapor present in the air. The amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. And precipitation. Precipitation means fall of moisture from the clouds. Fall of moisture from the clouds is called precipitation. Here, so temperature. What is the how is temperature influence? Other factors you already learned, and pressure also you learned that pressure waves, etc., etc. Now, the new one in this is humidity. You know that humidity means the amount of water vapor present in the air. The amount of water vapor. The amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. How this water vapor added to the atmosphere? Through different processes. One of them is evaporation. So what is evaporated from the water bodies? Through the process evaporation, and another is from plants through the process transpiration. So by evaporation and transpiration, water vapor is added to the atmosphere. And if the humidity is very high, what is the conditions? Our sweat does not cool us. If the humidity is very high, our sweat does not cool us, we feel sultry, hukka bota. And second, if the humidity is low, we feel more thirsty. Okay, we feel very thirsty when the humidity is low. When the humidity is high, we feel sultry. Sweat does not evaporate, so it's not cool us. Next, in the humidity, there is an important concept, that is relative humidity. What is relative humidity? It's a ratio between the maximum water vapor that the air can hold at any given temperature. So the ratio means two terms are there. One term is the maximum water vapor that the air can hold at a given temperature, and the second one is the pressure, the actual amount of water vapor it holds at any given time. So how much it can hold at a given temperature and pressure, and how much actually it contains. The ratio between these two is called relative humidity. So when there is a change in temperature or pressure, the relative humidity will be changed. If the relative humidity is reached to 100%, that is called saturation level. So it can hold maximum amount. So its capacity is suppose 100%, then it has 100% of water vapor, that air. Then that level is called saturation level. And at which temperature that air reaches this relative humidity 100%, that temperature is called dew point or frost point. Okay, dew point. What is the dew point? At what temperature the atmosphere has 100% relative humidity? At what temperature the atmosphere has 100% relative humidity? That temperature is called dew point. So when the air is reaching to the saturation level, at what temperature? That temperature is dew point. Next, after that, humidity after precipitation. You know that precipitation means falling of moisture from the clouds. We know that generally we get rain from clouds. These clouds are all different types. One is cirrus at very high level, higher level, at middle level cumulus, and at lower level stratus. So cirrus clouds, cumulus clouds, stratus clouds, nimbus clouds. At the very high level cirrus clouds, at middle level cumulus clouds, at lower level stratus clouds, and last one is nimbus. These are rain bearing and vertical clouds. So we get mainly rain from nimbus clouds. Okay, after that, precipitation is different types. What does that mean? Rain, types of precipitation. Rain, hailstones, fog, snow, etc. are the types of precipitation. Rain, hailstone, fog, snow. Okay. Generally, these are hailstones, fog, snow in rain, winter season and valley where there is cold climate. But most important form of precipitation is rainfall. Next, about the relative humidity, some other matter is there. Relative humidity is decreased with increase of temperature and decrease of water vapor. So when there is an increase of temperature and decrease of water vapor, then what about the relative humidity? It will be decrease. Relative humidity increase when if the temperature is decreased, water vapor is added more, then there is relative humidity increase. Okay, in the next video we are learn about the types of rainfall. Thank you.